G'day guys, Adam from Suncoast Caravan Service, and today we're going to be talking gas versus diesel heater. Pros, cons, what's the advantage either way. So today at Suncoast Caravan Service we install the Truma VarioHeat and we supply and install the Webasto Diesel Heaters. We choose these two units because they are high quality, both made and manufactured in Germany, so you know you're getting a good quality product. So let's start touching on a few of the pros and cons. So the gas unit itself has very little maintenance required, very little maintenance in regards to you've already got gas on your van, so not needing to flush any lines or anything. With the diesel heater, you do have fuel that will sit in fuel lines and so on in the with the unit, so you will need to flush those lines and make sure you have fresh diesel in the unit at all times to make them operate effectively. Noise is one thing that you get here spoken about quite regularly. Both units inside the Caravan, what you actually hear is very, very minimal. So if we want to talk about weights for the unit, we're all cautious of weights in our Caravans. Both of them are around 6 kilos, although they look very different in size. By the time you use the mounting plate and all the other components for this one, they're both around 6 kilos, so weight doesn't really come into it as an issue. One really positive for the diesel unit is it's a DIY installation, so you can install that one yourself and save a little bit on installation there. The gas unit needs to be installed by a licensed gas fitter, so it can be slightly more expensive when getting those installed. One thing that we'll like to touch on is price for both the units. Very similar in price. So if you're just purchasing the unit outright, very similar in price. We find in our workshop when we're carrying out installations in our workshop, we tend to find that the diesel heater comes in a little bit more expensive with an installation in a workshop, just due to the fact that we have to mount up a diesel tank, we have to run lines, there's additional 12 volt and so on in there. So the installation takes a little bit longer than the gas unit itself, although you don't need a licensed technician to install the diesel unit. One of the things that comes up a lot is with the gas heater, most Caravans already have gas on board the Caravan, so you don't need to carry an additional fuel source. But with the diesel heater, although you have to mount up a diesel tank and mount that extra fuel source on your Caravan, if you're in the outback, sometimes gas can be very, very tricky to find in the outback, where diesel is very commonly found at every fuel station. So that's a big pro and con for both of them. So it really can depend on what sort of traveling and where you're intending on traveling is. The question comes up, why do we actually need a gas heater or a diesel heater in your Caravan? I've got an air conditioning unit. So air conditioning units, when you start to get to temperatures sort of below 3 to 1 degree, those units, the compressors in them really, really struggle in those really cold climates. And that's where these fuel sources and these gas and diesel heaters sort of come into their own. So that's a really important thing to note if you're heading into some really cold climates. So I guess there isn't really one that's better than the other. It's a personal choice as to what sort of fits your requirements and fits your needs. I've had both these units in Caravans in the past, but not one size fits all in this case. So the age-old debate, gas versus diesel, it still rages on. So most importantly, if you're going to install these in your Caravan, make sure you get a good quality unit. Like I said earlier, made in Germany, high quality, great products. Both of them available at suncoastcaravanservice.com.au, or speak to our service department to get your installation quote today.